that's what I did. I barely graduated high school with a 3.0, no, it was a 2.4 GPA. Scraped by, joined the military, got out of the military, had some substance challenges, ended up doing 3 years in prison. After I got out of prison, my new addiction was education. And so off I went, and just by applying myself, to just try one credit in college, I actually got a B, and that's unusual for me because I'm a CND student, and so that's usually where I live. But if I applied myself, I found out that I was a little smart. It's like, okay, so trying and trying, I got my bachelor's degree, went on, got my master's, and then my aunt, who was the late Mary Thomas, she challenged me to go on because our tribe has education assistance. So there was really no excuse for me to stop there. I didn't come this far just to come this far. So I ended up 8 years later, I got my PhD in information technology and didn't stop there. So you see another row back there, I have a doctorate in healthcare administration as well. So, this little kid that was started from, special education went on to get 2 doctorates. And I don't say that to brag, I just say that to know anything is possible if you put your mind to it, and usually in our program, I emphasize education, and these 2 young ladies went after it, and man, I was just seeing Danae when I was saying this path, that path, this path, that path, and it was just like in a short window of span, and I seen before that, Latanya, she was just clicking them off too. I'm like, wow, why didn't they do that while you're here? But it's all about environment, opportunity, when you have the time to take these classes and be able to be inspired, find out where that inspiration was. But very proud of them. So what I want to do is bring them up to the front of the stage. That means right here. You can wear it or not.
You earned it.
So first, I want to present the State of Arizona High School Equivalency Diploma. This certifies that Danae and Elisa Whitman has satisfactorily completed the General Education Development Test, has thereby demonstrated the possession of the equivalency of a high school education, and on authority of the State Board of Education is awarded the Arizona High School Equivalency Diploma issued this day, 20th of January 2024, by the Office of the State Superintendent of Public Instruction, Arizona Department of Education, Phoenix, Arizona. Let's give her a round of applause. Everybody got their picture? Congratulations. All right. And with that comes the yoga mat. This is on behalf of Waylon and Johanna that did the yoga instruction here. And we also have on behalf of Jibbit, a nice shell necklace for you. You can. Okay. And this is actually from my mother. $50 gift certificate and a stuffed animal in the bag for all your goodies. I think there's something else. Bath and Body Works from Matt Keisto. Yeah. All right. Congratulations. All right, our next champion, State of Arizona High School Equivalency Diploma. This certifies that Latanya Shannon has satisfactorily completed the general education development test, has therefore demonstrated the possession of the equivalency of a high school education, and on authority of the State Board of Education is awarded the Arizona High School Equivalency Diploma issued this day, 20th January 2024, by the Office of State Superintendent of Public Instruction, Arizona Department of Education, Phoenix, Arizona. Give her a round of applause.
Yes.
All right. And you get the goodies too. Yoga mat. I think you recognize this.
Thank you.
Your gift card and a gift bag.
Thank you, guys.
So let's give them a round of applause. So if you guys want to set your things down or more pictures?
More pictures.
Don't know where to look.
So, would you guys like to share some words of wisdom with our young ones in the audience, family members that are continuing? I actually have a student here that's actually going after their GED currently. I don't know if she wants to say anything.
I just want to say, seeing what time you come here, I knew you had it in you, and I'm very proud of you. You know, make you look at you and realize that everything is part of it. And thank you for showing me everything. You know, you should have worked up there. But yeah, congratulations.
No?
Yeah, it does. Well, I mean, it was hard. I didn't think I was gonna do it. It was hard. But the hardest thing was taking the time to sit down and do it. Like that motivation for myself. I thought, I was too old to get it. It was done with, leave it, whatever, but I can't. This is gonna help. You know, I work a job, but you need an education. If you want a better life, you got to have an education. And don't give up. Push yourself to do it. Get it done and move forward. Keep moving forward.
Well said. Well said.
Maybe, did you want to say anything?
Oh, I just wanted to give them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay. There you go. Thank you.
All right.
Sorry. Thank you.
Some words?
Yeah, my name is Matt Kisto, and I'm elderly. And I'll be 80 in August, you know? And like I shared with them earlier, the two graduates, I'd like to congratulate them again. And, you know, I know when I got my GED, I was 40 years old, you know? And I got my GED, and that helped me throughout my days to qualify or whatever for jobs. But I always push education and talk to the younger people, because that's what's going to buy your ticket. And whatever else you do, if you go on to college, you know, you get a degree in whatever, and whatever field of work you go into, it's going to help you, and it's going to qualify you. So I encourage you guys to keep on going. Don't stop there. You prove to yourselves that you can do it. And, you know, I've seen a lot of really, in my time, I've seen a lot of young people that are really, smart. And a lot of times, we don't know what we have within us, until you go to school or you try something, then you find out you can do this, And I've experienced that throughout my time. Just that I didn't believe I could do certain things, what I proved to myself, and when I tried something, my peers, whoever, I proved them wrong because they thought I was crazy. You can't do that, But I did it, So I know that you guys, because you did this, you can do anything you want to do, Like you said, that's the right attitude to have, is to keep going forward, And always look for further education, and you never stop learning. As old as I am, I still learn. I learn from you young people, certain things. So I just want to, say that to you guys. And I seen Mavis do stuff, in her reign, from Miss Gila River, and I admire her, And so, I thank you for coming and doing this. I'm glad I'm here to help you celebrate. Thank you.
Any other family members that want to say something on behalf of their loved one?
I just want to say that I'm proud of both of the girls. I'm Danae's mom. I knew she could do it, and I kept pushing her and pushing her. I'm still trying to make my way to push my own self. But I'm glad, she got through it, and she's, still going on, doing other stuff. And, there's times, I think she wants to do everything all at once sometimes. And I was like, what are you going to get to now? Sometimes I don't even know what she's doing. And then she was like, oh, I got to go do this today. And I'm like, when did you get a job? Or half the time I don't even know because I'm so busy myself. But I'm glad, like I said, she's out there and, just doing different things. And I know she'll still continue, even there's times, she tries to fit things in wherever she can. And we're all there to support her. And same for Tanya, I'm glad, that she's doing what she's doing also. But congratulations to both of you guys.
I also know somebody that got their GED and went on to do amazing things as well and continue their education. That's my sister. So I'm gonna put her on the spot. See if she wants to share anything.
Are you ready for crying now? Well, come up here. By the grace of God, we made it. Two beautiful women of color. I'm proud of you. I hate to make things about race, but it is. You're a part of us. We're a part of the society out there, and it's a struggle. It's hard, especially. I'll just tell my story. Growing up, it was hard. Didn't have much support, which I did, but my mother, I hated to put it on her because she was a single mom and she was struggling. So I didn't want to put any more on her. So my family became gangs on the streets. And it was a struggle then, fighting was my thing. And then I became relaxed and decided, you know what, I'll let them white people do it, They're the ones who run this place anyway, but I was wrong. When my brother got out of the military, he came and said, why not you? And I'm like, I'm cool on food stamps, I'm cool, just chilling, hanging out. I'm in a waiting room see what happens. Thinking success was gonna fall on my lap, but it didn't. So, once he came to me and said, "Why not you?" I was like, all right, well, one class at a time, and I made that book was getting bigger. So I'm glad. Well, a friend of mine, she got her GED, and I was like, but she got it just to stay on welfare, because at the time you couldn't get any more stamps if you didn't have a degree or a diploma. So once she got hers, I was like, how did she get? They must be giving it away. Let me come and get mine, because she was dumb as hell. Anyway, she rode the short bus too. But once I got in there and I got my GED, it was hard, but just comparing yourself to other people, and you see like these doctors, these nurses, they don't have what we have. They don't have the insight to make it on the streets. They don't have the insight to be a regular person, because they're so busy up here, and we're climbing inside the bucket, if you will, the bucket of crabs. My aunt used to say, you're in a bucket of crabs, and every time you get to the top, someone tries to bring you down, pull you down. But don't let that happen, because there will be haters out there. They'll just hate that you got your GED, but you gotta keep pushing and ignore them, push them back in their little bucket until they decide to make it out. But you guys made it out, and I'm proud of you. That's a good thing. Man, that's just the first step. Then after that, I went and got my bachelor's degree, and that was actually fun. I was like, well, this ain't even hard, but it's the time. It's the time that's the hard part. But 80% of your grade is being there. If you're there, your grade is good. All you have to do is, and with technology now, AI, you can actually just say what you need, and the answers are there. So there's no excuse why you can't make it. If you can't make it, then you should be on the short bus. No, I shouldn't say that, but it's true. Everything's easy now. I'm trying to make the time to get my PhD, because I got my master's degree. That was hard, because in master's degree there is no C's and D's. It's only A's and B's. So again, 80% of your grade, 80% of your success is just you showing up. That's it. If you make little comma errors and you forgot to put your dot on your I's, those are mistakes that you can fix. And throughout, that's the same way. And now I'm an HR manager working for Native American Connections. And now I'm hiring people and giving them a chance. And I'm giving back. It's not the money that I want, but it's success that I can help others and pull them out of that bucket as well. So what you do, make it a success for you. You can get that Mercedes or whatever you want in your life, but also pull people with you to come up with you and make sure those problems that you had back in the day to keep you on the streets, or I'm still hood, but I'm up here. My name is in the manager section, in the leadership section, and that's an honor to me when I get my emails at work. I'm not down there where I used to be, because I was down there, I know how to be up here. And some people just get up here and they don't know how to treat us down here. So it's good that you're coming up within your people of color. We need more of us out there to help each other, because we're struggling. There's a lot of us struggling, because you got these people up here that don't know how to handle us. And I get that all the time at work. I really love coming here because you understand. I do understand, and I'm proud of anyone who tries to make it. And if you need me, or just an ear to talk to, I'm here. But I'm proud of you guys. This is your day, not about me. So congratulations again, and we'll see you at your next graduation. It feels good to walk across that stage. in front of thousands of people. That's the difference.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you.
Anybody else? So remember your own people, when you think you're up here, they're gonna put you back on that short yellow bus.
Well, I'm Edith, I'm their mom, so I'm really, really proud of them of what they're doing, because I graduated from high school at St. John's, which is out here, it's a boarding school, because I wasn't bad when I was a kid. So, I did that too, and started my education, and went there. And then as soon as I graduated from high school, I went into the service. And I was in the Army for 3 years. And what I learned on the job as far as education and stuff like that. And I worked as a like nurse's aide, or when I first started going into medicine, and I worked to take care of the fellows coming back from Vietnam War. So I saw a lot of bleeding and stuff, and I sat with people who passed away, and it was really sad because, I didn't know who they were, but I sat with them and made sure that someone was there to be with them. And then I continued just learning different techniques, so I learned all the things that I learned just on the job. And so I really enjoyed working in medicine, so I started doing that, and after I got out of the service, I still went into medicine, and I worked with the anesthesiologist, which are just leave, and so I enjoyed that too. And then after that, I went into surgical field, and I worked as a surgical tech, as an OR tech, and that was my favorite, and that was something I stayed in. And I worked here at Good Sam after I got out, and came here, I had little problems with my sick, anyway, so I came here and I applied at different hospitals, and I learned how to be a surgical scrub. And all this I learned was on the job. So if you like something and you really like to do it, just do it on the job. If you have to ask people how to help you, because we're all here to help you. Especially, you have Tim and Sharon and Carol. They're all here to help you. And so if you know that you need help, don't be afraid to ask. Just ask people to help you. And both of them, Sharon and Carol, well, three. My son is, right now, I'm really excited because he's going to get his other diploma, doctor. And so I'm just really proud of both of them. Everybody that has all this education with them. But they had their training, they went to school. And for me, I just learned on the job. So if you find something that you like, you can learn it on the job. People will teach you. And so if you just keep learning different things that you like to do, find something that you really like to do. And then you'll continue. And you know that if something gets down and you feel depressed or something, you can call us and we'll help you get you going again. Because some of these jobs are really awful and the people are not really helping them. But you have the strength, you have that native in you, and it's really strong, because we need to be strong. So I now am retired. I'm 76. So I'm trying to help with the land that we have in Septon. And it's a place where you can learn, come and, learn different things. And know the language. I don't know if any of you speak the language, which is something that we have to our advantage, we can speak our language. And so, I think that's all I need to say. I'll just keep calling you. Yeah, but I'm really, really proud. And I know your families are so proud of you for graduating, and you're taking that big step now and getting out there into the world, and just always find your way to get what you want, and make sure you don't let them put you down, because sometimes a lot of people will do that. And so anything that you might want to talk about, or come to the ranch or something like this, we can direct you, so my daughter. So I'm proud, and I'm really proud of you. The kid. Okay, thank you. Just keep going.
Well, enough about my family.
Right.
The thing is that when you get your diploma, when you get your degrees and keep moving forward, it's not about the piece of paper. It's not about, Ivy League college or university. It's about what you do with that information. It's about what you do to improve your family, your community. Because I know plenty of people from Harvard or Stanford that have these degrees that they're all about, that's all they are, is that degree. And you have to be so much more than that if you really want to impact your community. And so I encourage you, talk to the little girls, talk to the little ones that, are coming behind you. Because I actually just finished a book. I'm starting to write books now, and they're kids' books. And it's because I was inspired. I was talking to some young ladies out on the res, and I asked them what their plans are for the future, going to school, and a couple of them just were like, I'm just gonna exist, and that kind of hit me right here. So I decided to write a storybook about res girls and how my aunt and my mom progressed, because my aunt, both of them, res girls, grew up in mud houses, no water running or anything like that. And my mom went into the army, but my aunt, she chose a different path. So she became a school bus driver, then she became postmaster general, then she became a council member, and then she became the only, and still only, female governor of Gila River Indian community. So I need to have that story told for the little girls to say, hey, here's a path for you. It doesn't have to be this path, but you can do things within your community that's gonna help your people elevate. And that's the only reason why I'm up here right now, is because she was the one that said that you have to do things sometimes because a lot of people won't speak up for themselves, and you have to be that person to challenge people. And that's what I did with the people that come here. And Letitia, she can tell you, I challenge her all the time. She comes to our program. She's lost, 15 pounds now? She's, passing her GEDs. Mavis is former Miss Gila River. This is her artwork up here on the wall. Her gourd right here. So it's all about challenging yourselves and doing things that you have to step outside your box, The way Letitia described it to me is that when she came here, she had blinders like this. She only saw what was in front of her, what was in the community. But since she's been here, and we talk about universal things and things that, they might not talk about, she sees the world like this, and all the different possibilities that were within this. And so she's wanting to go to school for counseling, to be, to help other people, where, at first she wants to be, just kind of grandma. But she's also noticed some changes that her family has noticed, and it's all about just changing a few things here and there, just changing a few things, slowly, time to time. And you can discover that, you can start your own business. We're starting a few businesses. People are gonna start learning that they can create their own revenues of income. How many are you old enough to remember Pet Rocks? You guys remember Pet Rocks? Okay, so there was people that went out and got like river rocks, and they put little eyeballs on the rocks, and they were selling these rocks for like $10 a piece. And they were selling. So it's just like, you can discover anything, you know, any kind of talent that you might have, and you can change that into your business. So there's all these different ways. I see Byron on Facebook a lot with his vehicles that I'm like, man, I would pay to go on that type of adventure, you know. So I'm always like entrepreneurial minded. And so if you ever need assistance, speaking of your brainstorming, we use artificial intelligence. We do a business plan, we do a budget, and so that's just to plant the seed. So whatever you want to do, and I say that because you guys are the seeds now. You know, you two are the seeds that are going to start growing. And this, I don't mean to put pressure on you, but we're going to be watching. But we also want to, you know, as family and friends, we want to water you too, to make sure you keep growing. So it's not that we're trying to push you in a direction, but we want to see you grow, you know. We want to see these young ones grow and have them blossom into these big, wonderful sunflowers that everybody can see. So with that said, thank you all for coming. Is there anybody else that would like to make a comment? Going once? Going twice? That's it. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, guys.